This is Eric J coming at you with street news. No, we ain't professional, and neither is 36-year-old Kayleen Wright, who pleaded guilty to injury to a child causing seriously bodily injury after confessing to subjecting 10-year-old Christopher to multiple unneeded surgeries. So look, according to the reports, prosecutors showed multiple Facebook messages between Bowen in which she claimed Christopher had cancer or wasn't expected to live past the age 4 or 5. She claimed on multiple occasions that doctors said that her son only had a few months to live. The mother even started multiple GoFundMe campaigns for her son and had trips sponsored by the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He lived with a feeding tube for the majority of his life and spent portions of his life in a wheelchair. Ryan Crawford, the boy's father, said, "Every single time we went to court, she would say that my son was dying the next day." Crawford said, 3 different judges believed her claims and refused to grant me custody and scolded me for not taking my son's health seriously. No one wanted to believe me until it was almost too late. Police alleged that the medical abuse began when the boy was just 11 days old. Between 2009 and 2016, medical records show Christopher was seen 323 times at hospitals and pediatric centers in Dallas and Houston, and underwent 13 major surgeries throughout his young life. He endured invasive procedures and surgeries, included being fitted with a feeding tube that fed directly into his small intestines, which led to multiple life-threatening blood infections. His mother even tried to get him on the lung transplant list and had previously had him in hospice care for years. Crawford said he tried to convince Dallas County family court judges that his son was not sick, but they believed Bowen, who would eventually claim that their son was dying, initially from a rare genetic disorder and later from cancer. Crawford said a Dallas County judge even blocked him in late 2012 from visiting his son, who was then 3. It was always the same story. Christopher is dying. The father doesn't need to be around because he doesn't know to take care of him. A tearful Bowen would tell judges, according to Crawford. "Every time I went to court, they made me feel like I was the worst human ever," Crawford said. He is grateful that Bowen stands accused of wrongdoing, but remains frustrated that it took so long. "It's horrible for my son or any kid because obviously my son is not the only one that has to go through this type of torture," Crawford said. "The system has to be exposed, all the weaknesses that are in the system, because the kids don't deserve that." Listen, I applaud the daddy for standing up and fighting for his son and challenging a system that is more concerned with a father paying child support than actually being physically present in the child's life. We're living in a day and age where being a single parent is the standard, and it shouldn't be. The goal should be for the child to be raised by both parents, whether y'all together or not, whether y'all get along or not. And let me say this here. If the father of your child is paying child support and trying to be in his child or children's life, but you got 1,000,001 reasons why he can't, you ain't no single parent. You just bitter and single. When I think of a single parent, I think of a woman or a man that's raising their child 100% on their own. Not somebody that's mad because their baby daddy didn't give them an extra $100 because they spent the child support on 22-inch Brazilian bundles, or because y'all was in a relationship for 10 years and he been knowing his new girlfriend 3 years and they already married. Kayleen, listen, you wasn't gonna stop until Christopher was dead. This girl was on a mission. The only thing that saved Christopher's life was her going to prison. And one more thing, how was the doctors able to perform 13 major surgeries on a healthy child? Was y'all running tests on him, or was y'all just simply listening to everything that the mother said? What if this father would have given up? What if this father would have said, "Look, the doctors are against me, the judges are against me, the mama won't let me see him"? What if he would have just gave up? I'll tell you what would have happened. 10-year-old Christopher would be in a hospital room on the operating table, dead. Fathers, listen, These are your children too. You have a say so too. These children are also part of you.